Well, of course Modere waited until I was on vacation sipping a spicy margarita in Cabo to decide that they're shutting down their company forever. Kidding, of course, but this news broke a few weeks ago. I've been taking a bit of a break, so sorry this video is coming to you a bit late, but from the sound of it, nobody knew that Modere was gonna be shutting down, not even the company itself, until it was literally happening. This was so much of a shock, in fact, that on the morning of Friday, April 11th, they were posting social media promotions of their new sale that was being extended through the weekend, and then by Friday afternoon that same exact day, they had deactivated their website and shut down their company without explanation. But is it really a shock that another MLM went under? No, not entirely. I was quite literally laying by the pool on vacation when I got a flood of messages that Modere had shut down unexpectedly, and it was kind of like, another one bites the dust. With so many MLM companies folding to the pressure of the anti-MLM climate in the past year or so, I kind of look at this as something that's gonna happen with most major MLM companies. It's only a matter of time. That's kind of how I look at it. So it's like, okay, Modere went down, great, add them to the list. Who's next? Companies like Saint, Rodan and Fields, Body, formerly known as Beachbody, they've all recently announced big changes to their business model to eliminate the MLM component completely, which means that the top recruiters in these companies are really suffering because most of their income came off of the recruitment activities, building a huge team, making a percentage of commissions off of those people's sales. But now that their companies have eliminated the recruiting aspect, that means that you can only make money by selling the product, by earning a sales commission. But surprise, surprise, the products are really hard to sell. So what that means is that people in these companies are not making as much money anymore. And that's kind of the thing that we've been seeing the most frequently with different MLMs recently. Restructuring their company to eliminate the MLM model is one thing, but what's different in this case is that Modere didn't announce that they're restructuring. They were just poof, gone completely at a moment's notice. Like it was business as usual in the morning, and by the afternoon they were gone. So naturally this comes as the shock of a lifetime to people involved with Modere. So I'm here today to break down the series of events and share what I know about the situation, as well as my own theories about why the company shut down. But first I want to share what I know about my new favorite snack, which maybe it's not my new favorite anymore, it's my tried and true favorite snack at this point, and that is Magic Spoon, the sponsor of today's video. You've been hearing me rave about Magic Spoon for almost a year now. It's a fun and delicious way to get some extra protein into my diet. They've got high protein, no sugar cereals that come in a variety of nostalgic flavors that remind you of the cereals you ate as a kid, but the difference is that Magic Spoon has 13 to 14 grams of protein and 0 grams of sugar per serving, which seems impossible considering how they have nailed the flavors. My all-time favorite is the fruity flavor. It tastes exactly like a kid's fruity cereal. It's actually freaky. I do not know how they accomplished that. But they've also got flavors like peanut butter, cocoa, cinnamon toast, and many more. And more recently, they've launched Magic Spoon Treats, which are high protein cereal bars. These have got 11 to 12 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. And I've always said that the marshmallow and the double chocolate are my two favorite flavors. But within the last week or so, I keep getting ads on my social media that they have released a s'mores flavor. I haven't tried it yet. Let this be a note to myself to go and order some after filming this video. But basically, it's like my two favorite flavors combined. I don't usually get excited about things like that, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a yes for me. There's always some in my pantry. My toddler likes to eat them as a snack. I've taken them on multiple airplane travel days. I literally packed some to take on vacation just a few weeks ago. They're the best, most convenient high protein snack that doesn't feel like you're eating a high protein snack. But it doesn't stop there. They've also got protein granola with 13 grams of protein and no added sugar that comes in flavors like mixed berry, peanut butter, and dark chocolate almond. It's great all on its own, or it's a nice way to add extra protein to things like smoothie bowls or yogurt. To give Magic Spoon a try, you can click the link in the description box below and use my code Hannah Alonso to get $5 off. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 100% happiness guarantee online, so if you don't like it for any reason, you get your money back, no questions asked. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store, but if you want to try it at a discount, again, you can head to magicspoon.com/Hannah Alonso or scan the QR code on the screen right here for $5 off. Thanks again, Magic Spoon, for your continued support of the channel. All right, so we're gathered here today to talk about the fact that Modere shut down, but it's important to discuss what Modere was in the first place in case you're not familiar. Modere was a multi-level marketing company founded in 1992, but it actually was not called Modere at the time. It was a company called New Ways. But the founders of New Ways sold the company in 2006, right before they went away to serve their prison terms because they were found guilty of tax evasion to the tune of about $1 million. So yikes. Somewhere down the line after the company was sold, it then became the Modere Modere we know today. A multi-level marketing company selling beauty and personal care products, cleaning products for the home, as well as health and wellness supplements. And in recent years, they've been best known for their liquid BioCell collagen product that's sold for $77 a bottle containing 30 servings. This is an oral supplement where you take tablespoon-sized doses, and it claims to do all sorts of things. They have a lot of different versions of this liquid collagen product. The skin version claims to reduce wrinkles. The life version claims to improve joint mobility. The immune version claims to support your immune system and respiratory health. And can I just say, for a supplement that you ingest and you take shots of, essentially, this looks way too close to a Paul Mitchell shampoo for my liking. It always throws me off when I see it on social media. I consistently do a double take, worried that these people are ingesting shampoo, but that's kind of beside the point. For the purpose of this video, all you really need to know is that Modere was yet another MLM company selling yet another range of products claiming to improve your health and lifestyle in some way. They've got supplements, body care products, skincare, cleaning products, you name it, just like every other MLM ever, to be honest. They don't really set themselves apart from other companies in the MLM world aside from their liquid BioCell collagen product. That is the thing you see being promoted the most by Modere reps on social media, likely because most other MLMs don't sell a liquid collagen. They don't really sell anything like it. But some do. The MLM companies Unique, spelled Y-O unique, and LifeVantage are other ones that also sell liquid collagen that I can think of off the top of my head. So Modere certainly isn't the only MLM company to sell liquid collagen, but it is one of few companies that do. So it does set them apart a little bit, and it's the product you see the reps talking about the most. And that's relevant because most, if not all, people that get involved with Modere are religiously taking these liquid BioCell collagen supplements, and they usually have some kind of personal testimony or some story they rely on about how it's improved their health in some way that they rely on when selling the products. Oh, the collagen is helping with my chronic pain condition. The collagen is reversing my aging. It took away my wrinkles. It helped me lose 10 pounds. I've never felt better than when taking this product, or whatever it is. And as we'll see later in the videos I'm going to show you, the Modere reps are panicking because the company is gone in an instant, and they're acting like they don't know how they're possibly going to be able to live without these life-changing products. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, so let's back up to the morning of Friday, April 11th, where everything went down. That morning, Modere made this post on their social media accounts. It's a photo of their collagen products, and it says, "Don't miss this limited time offer on your favorite award-winning liquid BioCell formulas. Buy any 2 bottles of collagen and get 50% off your second bottle, plus a free bag of the collagen chocolate chews. Offer now ends on April 13th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time." So this was posted on Friday the 11th, and it was meant to publicize that their sale is being extended through the weekend until the 13th. So people are visiting the website, they're shopping the sale, and then at some point in the afternoon of Friday the 11th, customers and reps are noticing that there's this weird landing page on the website now. You can't get on the website, you can't place orders, you can't shop the sale anymore. All you see when you visit modere.com is this statement that reads, "Thank you for the journey. After 23 wonderful years of serving our cherished community, we've made the difficult decision to close our doors. We're incredibly grateful for your support, trust, and loyalty over the years. Whether you've been with us from the beginning or just discovered us recently, thank you for being a part of our story. From all of us at Modere, thank you. It's been an honor." That's it. No explanation, no warning, just, "All right, thanks for the support. See ya never." And naturally, people affiliated with Modere were really confused. I'll show you a couple videos later of reps who were saying that they swore this was a joke, or like a hacker got access to their website and they put up this false, weird statement like there is no way this could possibly be true. There was no indication that anything was wrong or that the company would be moving in this direction. I mean, literally a matter of hours ago, they were just announcing that their sale was going to be extended through the weekend. This has to be a mistake. Except there was no mistake. This is real. This is really happening. Modere is gone just like that. Instantly, the comments of that most recent social media post are filled with people expressing their confusion. This one says, "I went to buy this and the website's down. Why advertise a sale? How can we buy these products? The website isn't working. It just has a notice that says you're closing. Wait, how y'all having a sale but y'all just closed? That's dirty work. This is really sad. We worked hard and not being compensated is unlawful." Now, what's this about not being compensated? Well, shortly after the website shut down, this email was sent out to reps and those affiliated with Modere. It says, "To our valued social marketers and customers, we regret to inform you that effective immediately, Modere has officially closed its doors and ceased all business operations. This includes the immediate discontinuation of product sales, enrollment of social marketers, and all related business activities. Modere is not transitioning to a direct-to-consumer model. We are permanently ceasing all operations." So that's kind kind of addressing what other companies have done recently where they've just dropped the MLM model and continued selling their product retail. They're saying here, we're not doing that, we're just shutting down completely. This decision was sudden, unexpected, and beyond our control. Unfortunately, due to circumstances outside of our management's influence, there was no opportunity to secure alternative funding, pursue restructuring, or provide advance notice. That's pretty interesting because they're making it seem like we didn't have a part in this, we didn't know it was coming either, sorry to tell you, but we're shutting down. Please be advised of the following important points. Regarding corporate operations, all corporate employees will no longer have access to company emails, corporate communications, or official social media channels, including Facebook chats, effective today at 5 p.m. That's a pretty eye-opening section for me to read because you almost forget that this is a company with corporate employees too. We're not just talking about the reps who have signed up for the MLM business opportunity to be salespeople and recruiters. It's not just them getting screwed, it's the salaried employees who work at the headquarters building in Utah that are also getting screwed. Imagine you're just heading into your corporate job on a Friday morning looking forward to the weekend, and by the time you leave the building that day, you don't have a job anymore. Regarding payments and commissions for the MLM reps themselves, it says all company funds have been frozen. Therefore, we are unable to process any pending or future commission payments or product credits, bonuses, incentive trip reimbursements, or any form of compensation or shares. Regarding recent orders placed within the past few hours will not be fulfilled. Customers who place orders will not be charged unless their order has already been shipped. Access to your databases, back office, and all Modere technology platforms will terminate permanently today at 5 p.m. We strongly encourage you to export any essential data or information immediately if possible. We deeply regret the suddenness and impact of this announcement. Our team is sincerely grateful for your dedication, support, and contributions during our time together. We recognize the challenges this decision may create and genuinely apologize for the inconvenience and distress this causes. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your understanding? What do you mean? You just devastated thousands of lives telling them that their main source of income is gone, and they're also not going to get paid the pending commissions they are owed. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thanks for your understanding. Peace out. What's so frustrating is that this email doesn't give any clarity as to why they're closing down though. It just says that it's sudden, it's unexpected, and they have no choice but to shut down. What could have possibly been so unexpected and outside of your control that you couldn't at least give the reps a courtesy of a warning? Even sending the email a day or two in advance before the news breaks publicly, before the website goes dark, that would have helped soften the blow a little bit. It would still be a hard pill to swallow, but at least the reps and the corporate employees wouldn't be finding out that their company is disappearing at the same time the rest of the world is finding out. Have some human decency and give your reps and employees who have given you so much the time to process this devastation in private, even if that's just a day or two. If a company is going to implode, there's obviously conversations happening in upper management. Okay, somebody near the top knows this is going to happen before it does. You see it coming, you know the fate of the company, and now you have a choice of how you're going to handle breaking that news. And how insensitive that the reps were essentially the last people to find out. Customers knew that the company was shutting down before the reps did because the customers are the one going to the website to try and place orders. And they're the ones going to inform the reps, hey, I'm having trouble ordering, what's going on? I can't think of a more blatant example of how MLM companies don't give a crap about the people who make them all the money. It's shameful and cowardly, in my opinion, to approach the situation the way they did, and number one, give this news via email on a Friday afternoon, and number two, send out the email after the website's already gone. At least reverse the order of events, okay? Send the email in the morning and then shut the website down in the afternoon, for God's sake. There are people who have dedicated years of their life to promoting this company, who have risked their own credibility and their own trustworthiness to defend this company. Some that have built their wealth and their livelihood through this company, and others who have destroyed their finances because of it. And this is what they get at the end of it all, an email. An email stripping everything away from them without warning. And here's where it always becomes an internal moral battle for me personally, because on one hand, I feel awful for the people that are in Modere that just had their main source of income ripped away. What a terrifying situation to be in. How unsettling, how unfair. I'm sure there's a lot of anger and rage and grief and resentment built into this. But the flip side is that if you're involved in Modere, you do have to accept some responsibility for the position that you willingly put yourself in, which was to sign up for an MLM business opportunity. When you sign on to be an independently contracted salesperson for these companies, you also sign on for the risky situations that may put you in. It's not your company. You're not a business owner. You're not the CEO. You have zero zero power or say in pretty much anything that goes on, clearly. If the company goes down, you're going with it and there's nothing you can do about it. And you should have thought about that when you signed up in the first place. That is the risk you're taking when you join an MLM. Any MLM. If you're watching this and you're in a different company right now, don't think for a second that this isn't going to happen to you, because it absolutely could. And I understand that it feels somewhat victim blamey for me to sit here and say, well, you asked for it, you signed up, you had it coming, but that's also just sort of a fact. You sign your name to the terms and conditions of this company before you can join, where you acknowledge that you are just an independent contractor and therefore you don't have any say about anything that happens within the company. Where it gets a little ethically and morally murky is the fact that Modere says in their email that their funds have been frozen and therefore they can't pay people the commissions they are owed. Commissions are paid out monthly in Modere, so the paycheck that hits your account this month is for all the work that you did last month. So Modere reps are sitting here in April expecting to see some money deposited into their accounts for all the work they did back in March, but get this, monthly commissions are deposited into your account by the 13th of each month. And when did Modere shut down? Just 2 days before, on the 11th, conveniently right before they were about to have to pay everybody their March commissions. Oh, but not before they had the opportunity to run a last-minute sale on their best-selling product to squeeze some money out of it right before they go. And understandably, the reps are livid. That's an entire month's worth of work and sales that they're just not going to get paid for. They already did the work, they're entitled to that money, but it doesn't seem like they're ever going to get it. And that's why I say it's a bit murky, because I'm not sure about the legality of this. How can you just decide one day that you're going to shut everything down and not pay people what they're owed? That doesn't seem legal. But then they also said that the company funds are frozen, which makes it seem like whatever happened on the back end that caused the company to shut down was not in their control, and they're just like at a standstill, like they don't have the money to pay people. Here's my personal theory of what I think happened that I have zero evidence for, okay? So please don't take this as fact. This is just the most likely explanation that I can think of. Modere is owned by a private equity firm called Z Capital. If you don't know what a private equity firm is, think of them as like business flippers. The goal is to buy companies, typically ones that are not doing super well or that have room to grow, and then they invest a lot of time and money into those companies to improve them. And then in the future, they're gonna sell that more successful, better company for a profit. Very similar to house flippers who will take a rundown property, they'll renovate it, they'll fix it up, and then they'll sell it at a higher price point to make a profit. Private equity firms do that, but with companies. And you know, private equity firms don't have the best reputation. Many people take issue with them because they risk destroying more companies than they help. Toys R Us, Joann Fabrics, Payless Shoe Source, these are all well-known examples in the US of companies that were owned by private equity firms and then had to file for bankruptcy and eventually shut down. So anyway, Modere is owned by a private equity firm called Z Capital. And Z Capital is giving a lot of funding to Modere to help them grow into this bigger, better company that they can eventually sell for a profit during a time where growing a multi-level marketing company is an uphill battle. It's almost impossible. The negative public image of this kind of business model is higher than ever before. It's harder than ever before to sell these products and to convince people to join them. And in the case of Modere, they've also had several lawsuits they've been dealing with in the past few years, a couple of them that are still open today. So that means they are dumping money into legal battles. A single lawsuit like this can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and if they've got multiple, we're likely talking millions of dollars. The most recent and notable lawsuits, I believe, are those involving Justin Prince. Justin Prince was a former top leader in Modere who was terminated on debatable terms, and who then went on to launch his own MLM company called Make Wellness. I've got a whole deep dive video about Make Wellness. It's almost an hour long. It's way too much to recap here, but it really does get into the nitty-gritty details of everything. But basically, Justin sued Modere, alleging that he was wrongfully terminated from the company right before they were about to have to pay him $300,000 in commissions. I'll link the complaint below, but he was basically like, Modere is struggling, they're in dire financial straits, they don't have the money to be able to pay me this huge commissions check that I'm owed, and therefore they terminated me right before they were gonna have to pay me. That's a very watered down version of the whole lawsuit. There's obviously a lot more to it, but then Modere turns around and opens their own lawsuit and sues Justin back, alleging that Justin was plotting to, quote, sabotage and cripple Modere's business, solicit its sales force, use Modere's trade secret and proprietary information, and set up a business to compete with Modere. Like I said, if you want all the juicy details on all of this, go check out that Make Wellness deep dive video. I cover it there, because Justin did in fact start his own MLM company, and some could argue that he poached some people from Modere to come and join his company, Make Wellness, instead. And this whole situation is something that's going to come up again later in the video, so hold on to this. All of that to say, Modere doesn't appear to be doing super well under the surface. They've got themselves tangled in several several very expensive lawsuits. And my personal theory that has not been confirmed anywhere at this point is that their private equity firm, Z Capital, was like, look, you're a lost cause. We bought your company thinking it would be a good investment. We were going to try and fix you up and sell you for a profit. It's clearly not working out. We're just dumping money into you. So therefore, we're out. See ya. Which would then explain the language in this email about how the company's funds have been frozen, how they didn't have time to secure alternative funding, and that this is something that was really sudden and outside of their control. I feel like their private equity firm pulling the rug out from under them is probably the most likely explanation we have, but again, we don't know for sure at this point. Feel free to leave your own theories in the comments down below too. Moving on, let's talk about the impact that this is having on the people who have relied on Modere for their income that is now gone. First, I was reading through some Reddit threads on the anti-mlm subreddit about Modere closing, and there were a couple notable comments that stood out to me. They are posted from anonymous accounts, so take that for what it's worth. But this person says, I worked there and I was fired today. No previous warning signs. I was paid today though. No one knew at all, not even upper management. I must admit, I'm anti-mlm as well, but it paid well. I'm curious if there's anything I can still do. This sounds like it's coming from an employee who worked on the corporate side of things, not a rep who signed up for the MLM business opportunity. And according to them, it sounds like the corporate employees were paid their last paycheck today, but we know that the MLM reps are not being paid their last commission check. So it sounds like corporate employees got paid, but not the independent contractors. Here's another comment that says, I work at the fulfillment center where orders are processed. On Friday, suddenly orders stopped coming in. No warning towards us either. It was only after someone visited the website when we saw this message pop up. That is really surreal to read. It seems like literally no one saw this coming. You're just at work at the fulfillment center like any other day, and suddenly there's no orders coming in, and you have to go do your own digging online to find out that you just lost your job. It's really sickening. I feel horrible for anyone who was really negatively impacted by this, particularly the employees who are working on the corporate operations side of everything. Here's a Facebook post that was really troubling too. This is from a Modere rep who was an independent contracted salesperson, and she's posting in her menopause support group that she runs, where she also shills her Modere products as the solution to some of those menopause symptoms. Kind of problematic in itself, but that's beside the point. Her post reads, not menopause related, but my life is falling apart. The company I worked for 2 years closed unannounced today, and I've lost most of my income with no warning, and I have no way to pay rent, bills, food, etc. OMG, what am I going to do? On top of that, the products they made kept my pain at bay so that I could function. When I run out, I'm screwed. I'm gonna lose my new apartment. I'm so panicked, I'm gonna throw up. Trying to trust that God has my back, but I'm not doing a good job. Please pray for me. Pray that I find a way to take care of my family fast. I don't want to be homeless with my kids. That is pretty much as direct and honest about the impacts of this as you can get. Oh my God, my company is closed. I don't have a way to pay the bills. I might lose my apartment. I might be homeless. Doesn't that just strike fear into your heart? I can't even imagine. And the chilling part of that is just a day and a half before she posted this to promote the liquid collagen sale, saying, yay, the sale's been extended through the weekend. Literally one post you're promoting the products, and the next post you're freaking out because you lost your job, you lost your income, you're gonna lose your housing. Again, it's that juxtaposition of feeling really terrible for her about that position that she's in, while also remembering that she needs to accept some responsibility for putting herself in that position. If you're choosing to rely on an MLM company for your main source of income, that is on you. It's one of the most precarious and risky financial positions you could possibly put yourself in. That is a choice you made, and these are the consequences of that choice, but also we can acknowledge that it is really messed up that Modere's not paying them the last commission check they're owed either. Here's a video of somebody clearly very, very upset about this news.
Hey guys, so I think it's really important that I do a video. I know I look like an absolute wreck, but when I tell you why, you'll understand why. So those of you that know me know that I have been a social retailer. So I've worked in network marketing for over 10 years now. A year ago, I made a decision to move to another company that had 30 years of trade, incredible products that aligned with me. So for the past year, I've worked for this company and I've absolutely loved it. I've loved the products. I've loved the results. I've loved helping people. It's something that I've been so passionate and loyal to. And then yesterday, I got a message from a customer. So I heard from the company are in America, so they're 5 hours behind the UK. So at 4:15 in UK time, which would have been about 11:15 there, I got an email saying, congratulations, You've qualified for a leaders retreat, which I knew I was working towards. So I was so excited. I was happy. My TikTok's just taken off. My Instagram's booming. Like, I just felt like everything was brilliant. And at 9:30 in the evening, I was at the gym and a customer messaged me and said, I've just gone to place an order and it said you've shut the doors and that Modere's closed down. And I was like, no way. I was like, we've been hacked. Because we have got a new website and we've had quite a few bugs. And then I put the screenshot of what my customer said into the leaders chat and said, like, guys, this is what's been said. And about half an hour later, one of the top bosses come back and said, yeah, I've just been told myself. And I'm like, what? So it's true. It was such a big shock. We've launched some incredible products these last few months. Business was booming, like the busiest I've been. I just don't understand. I just don't know what's happened. Like, it seems like the company didn't even know, because they'd launched a product this week. They booked trips. Like, their Instagram was still going yesterday day. It's like close of trade, 5 o'clock their time, which was 10 o'clock our time. It's like, now it's 5 o'clock, just to let you know, that's it, done. We've shut the doors. I'm like, what?
The craziest part about all of this for me, I know I keep saying it, is that literally no one saw this coming. She qualified for a leaders retreat the same day the company closed down. Modere just had a conference a few weeks ago where they're naturally talking about how everything is on the up and up. In fact, check this out. This is chilling. I found a post on the company's blog website that is still active, and it's recapping this conference that they just had back in March of 2025. And it says, Social Retail Conference 2025 signals a bright future for Modere. This year's conference was both a celebration of what Modere social marketers have accomplished and an exciting vision of what Modere will be. And then literally 6 weeks later, they're gone. They even sent out an email just 9 days before they closed down, starting out by saying, with several incredible products launched in the past several months, it's an exciting time at Modere, and we're not slowing down anytime soon. Yeah, you're not slowing down, you're just shutting down completely. And what's interesting is that this email opens by saying that they're not slowing down anytime soon, but if you keep reading, you'll see that the purpose of this email is to announce how they are discontinuing their entire line of household and oral care products. They're saying, we've got great things coming, but to make room for that, we're going to be discontinuing this. And it just goes to show that you cannot trust what is being told to you by the leadership or the management of these multi-level marketing companies. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. They will lie to your face and say that everything is fine until the moment they burn it all down. And every single person in every MLM company, ask them, they'll tell you, my company would never do this. Our business is booming and things are so good around here. We are different. Yeah, everyone in Modere thought the same exact thing, and look at what happened to them. The lesson here is to just assume that your MLM is tanking, because it probably is. So prepare yourself, because this could be you literally tomorrow or by the end of the day today. Who knows? That's the fun of it all.
I've got like team that are waiting for payday today. We've not been paid for all of March's work. So yeah, it's just come as such a big shock. But what I do know is anyone that's paid for their orders, they've said that their orders will be fulfilled. So at least that gives me some, at least I know that you're going to get your orders. And trust me, guys, I wish I'd placed an order just before I knew this news, because I really, really love the products and I'm gutted that I'm not going to be able to get hold of them. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this is at 9:30. Like, I didn't find out till 10:30 last night. I've cried ever since. I'm absolutely gutted. Anyone in this industry will know how sad it is when you've worked so hard, self-employed for so long. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for your support and love, and all the support that my customers and my team have given me. Obviously I've got opportunities that I've been approached with other opportunities, but I need to make sure the products align with me and my team. It's not just the products. I need to make sure that the affordability matches. The environment for my team is fun, exciting, fresh, sexy. Not that I look it right now, but yeah, so I just wanted to let you know, guys, I'm just so sorry, and I just feel so mortified that I've worked so hard and then like that, gone. But hopefully the universe has got a better path for me. Hopefully, you know, they say in your greatest disappointments is another appointment waiting for you. So I'm just trying to hold on to that and hope that this nightmare is going to turn good. But for now, I'm one broken woman. But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that your orders will come. I will still support you. I will still guide you with the products so that you get the best use out of them products. I know you're going to love them. It's just a shame that we're not going to know if you're ever going to get to try it again. But yeah, take care, guys. See ya.
I think it's natural in times of great distress to take the mindset of there's something better out there for me. When one door closes, another opens. God has a plan for me. The universe has a plan for me, whatever you believe in. It's a coping mechanism to help get you through that tough time by keeping you hopeful. And in the case of something like this, where an MLM shuts down or it restructures in a way that doesn't financially benefit you anymore and you have to find something else, historically, the path forward for MLM reps is pretty clear. They just go find a different MLM. And in this video, she's saying, I'm hoping there's something better out there for me. And she alluded to the fact that she's gotten some offers to join different companies, but she's looking for the best fit for her team. So she's kind of weighing her options and deciding where she's going to go next. Now, I'm not saying this is the best path to take because it's not. I'm just saying it's the clearest path. What would be ideal is if all these people who are burned by their MLM company would wake up and protect themselves from MLMs in the future, but that's not the easiest option. The easiest option is to find a new MLM because that's what's familiar, that's what's comfortable, that's what you know. Because if you don't join another MLM, what are the other most likely options, really? You could choose to not work, not have a job, not bring in an income, but that's not financially reasonable for most people. Or you can enter the workforce and you can join one of those dreaded, horrid 9-to-5 jobs that you've been bashing on for years. And honestly, I don't think their egos or their pride can handle either one of those options. It might feel pretty damn humiliating to spend years talking about how traditional jobs suck and you're so glad that you don't have to work one, just to now have to go and get a traditional job because that MLM you love so much screwed you over. And let me say this, it might feel really humiliating for them personally, but I want to assure you, no one else is going to shame you for going and getting a traditional job, okay? Most people would be happy for you. They would be relieved. They would support you in that because you've gotten out of that MLM bubble. And I'm sure if you're in that position, it's natural to feel like, oh, I can't possibly go get a normal job because it'll be so embarrassing for me. People will judge me. They'll shame me for it. I don't think that's the case at all, actually. I think the opposite would be true. But this is a position of pride, and your pride is at risk right now, and they don't want to admit that the industry is failing. They just want to chalk it up to one bad experience with one bad company, and don't worry, the next company they join, that'll be different, that'll be better. This can never happen to me again. And it's just not true, and it's devastating to watch people glom on to a new company when they've just been burned by their old one. And quite frankly, it demolishes any credibility they had left in my eyes. This company went down on a Friday, and by Monday, they're already talking about the new opportunity they have and how these products are so great and how they can't wait to sell them to you. This is not an exaggeration. This is literally what is happening. Here's a post from somebody on Friday the 11th who was in Modere for 6 years, and she's talking about how heartbreaking this news is and how it was completely unexpected. And then by Monday, the 14th, she's posting about how she's just joined another company that she's not ready to reveal yet, but she's so excited. And part of her caption says, over the weekend, I did what I do best. I got to work. I researched. I connected. I asked the hard questions. And I found something that aligns on every level. A company rooted in quality, integrity, and impact. I can't even read this without laughing. One that's not just a new direction, but the right one. I'm not ready to drop the full details just yet, but this next chapter is already in motion, and I know it's going to be the best one yet. Give me a freaking break. Oh my gosh, I can't take it. Within 48 hours, you have signed over your support to this brand new company, one that you were not familiar with previously, one that you've never tried the products for. And that's the piece that always really gets me. How can you agree to sign on to become a salesperson for products you have never even tried? You don't even know if you like them. You don't know if they work. How can you, in good conscience, sign your name to those products and start selling them to people? What is going on? It frustrates me so much. But then you have to remind yourself, right, Hannah, it's not not about selling the products at all, remember? All this is people seeking refuge in new companies as quickly as possible so that you can bring your downline members with you before that new company gets too oversaturated. Because when one company closes, all of those reps are displaced and they need to find new homes. Well, they don't need to find new homes, but they're urged to, and that's what they do because it's the most comfortable and easiest. And because MLMs are recruitment-based money-making schemes, you're pressured to find a new company and to secure your spot in that pyramid so that any new recruits that come fall underneath you in the pyramid and you don't fall underneath them. So much of your success in a company is determined by luck and timing, and even though you might not feel ready emotionally for it, or it might not feel like the right or most ethical or honest thing to do, what you'll find is that most people just take a matter of days to lock in their spot at a new company. So what companies are they jumping ship to, you might wonder? Well, let me tell you, the reps from all the different companies, they're on the prowl right now for the sad and vulnerable Modere prey. Think of it like the Modere ship sank in the middle of the ocean and now there's blood in the water and all the MLM sharks are coming to hunt. It is so disgusting and disrespectful and rude and thoughtless and self-serving, coming out here acting like, oh, I'm so sorry that your MLM went down. If you need anything, just send me a message. I have an opportunity for you. It enrages me. I'm seeing red right now. And here's a video with a really unique perspective that we don't ever really get to see. This is my first time seeing it. This is a Modere rep who just lost all of her income with the company, and she's sharing with us how this predatory recruitment behavior is making her feel now that she's on the receiving end of it.
I just wanted to come on here and have a chat because it's been a really big 24 hours. And there's a few things that I just wanted to talk about to everyone that has sent me friends requests, tasteful messages. And when I say tasteful, bear in mind, you may not be aware that they're very tasteful, but messaging people that have just gone through a huge ordeal, like we all have just gone through, and messaging, offering your kind words, but then also offering an opportunity, that is really tasteless. Like, it's disrespectful. So please, if you're watching this and you're thinking of sending me a friend's request, I received almost 50 yesterday morning, and I've declined every single one of them. And so if you're watching and you're going to send me a friend's request, I probably wouldn't bother.
Pretty fascinating how it's okay for you to cold message people, to promote Modere, to pitch the products, to try and get them to join your team. But now it's not okay all of a sudden when people from other MLMs are doing the same thing to you. I don't know if this rep in particular is in the habit of cold messaging, I'm not sure, but just generally speaking, it seems like Modere reps are getting a taste of their own medicine and they're realizing how insensitive and invasive it feels. And I've got to be honest, maybe this makes me a bad person. There's some beauty in that. I like to see it. This is how you make other people feel when you cold message them. Doesn't feel very good, does it?
You know, I'm very flattered that I've had lots of friends requests, that I've had lots of messages with people wanting me to join their businesses. But first and foremost, you know, yesterday was a huge, sorry, this can be very real and raw. It was a huge shock, I guess. Not something any of us were expecting. We've all just sort of come away from our conference. Good grief. We've all just come away from our conference and it was absolutely amazing. So very, very unexpected. I know that there's products out there apart from the products that I have been using, and I'm doing a lot of research. So for all my beautiful customers and all the ladies that I've been talking to for months and months and months, please know I've got your back and know that I am doing everything to find some more amazing products. My main, obviously, concerns and products that I'm really looking for are your gut health and your weight loss. Obviously collagen too, bloody love collagen. But please just know that I am doing my very best. I I'm looking into a few different options right now, which is really, really exciting. So even though these products that we all have loved and been using have stopped, that's okay, because there's something out there that is bigger and better, that's going to really help you, help me as well with my journey, but it's going to help you as well. And that's my main focus. But please, anyone, please, no more messages. Honestly, I am all over finding amazing products that are going to help me, my customers, my team. I do appreciate it. I'm very humble that you would all think of me that way. But yeah, I will not be opening any more messages. I don't usually swear on socials, but it's been a show, to be fair. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I don't do that. What you see is what you get. Today you get a hot mess, literally. Lots of tears, but there's lots of also light at the end of the tunnel and positivity. And watch this space, peeps, because, you know, you haven't seen the last of me. My inbox is always opened, except for anyone that wants to spam me on joining their business. And I say that in the most loving way. I do appreciate it, but I'm honestly not interested.
This is so frustrating to watch the progression, okay? Because she starts out by saying, please stop messaging me to join your company. I don't want to hear it. But it apparently doesn't mean that she's not looking to join another company. She's just saying, oh, I've got it. I'm doing my own research. I'm looking into other companies that focus on gut health, weight loss, collagen. And at the end, she's like, this isn't the last you've seen of me. You can't get rid of me that easily. And it's like, oh my gosh. There are no lessons being learned here, and it is so maddening to watch it. The comparison is striking. She's obviously devastated by her MLM closing, and she's realizing how cringy and uncomfortable and rude it is to cold message people, but those things aren't enough to cause her to step away from the industry altogether. She's still on the hunt for a new opportunity. You might not know what you're getting involved in with the first MLM, you might not understand the consequences or the terrible things that can happen to you, but now you do. You've seen it firsthand, and now you are actively choosing to put yourself in that exact same position again. You're getting fooled twice, shame on you. I don't have any sympathy for that any longer. Not only are reps from other companies spamming and cold messaging Modere reps trying to recruit them, they're also making posts of their own, advertising that they have a great new opportunity. If you're interested, just send me a message kind of thing. Here's a post from somebody that used to be in Modere, but she left a while ago, and she posted this long thing about how she was so grateful that God led her to a new company months ago before everything at Modere imploded. And she ends her post by saying, if you're feeling lost right now, please know my inbox is open. We can figure this out together. This is not the end. Obviously hoping that vulnerable Modere people will look at this post and then reach out to her to join her new company. And what is that company? None other than Make Wellness. She left Modere a while ago when their top leader, Justin Prince, the guy that Modere has these open lawsuits with, left and opened his own company called Make Wellness. And because of this connection, and because there are people from Modere that have already jumped ship to Make Wellness months ago, it might feel like the natural place for Modere people to seek refuge in. It's comfortable, it's full of familiar faces that you may have worked with previously, it's led by somebody that was at the top of Modere, so maybe leadership styles might be similar. Make Wellness reps are completely capitalizing on this, and it seems to be working. Here's a video from somebody in Modere not only expressing her sadness that the company is now closed, but also announcing where she's going to be going next. Can you guess where it is?
Good morning. Hope you're having a good weekend. Probably better than mine. I don't know if you've been on social at all this weekend. I'm sending this out to everybody, but I'm like trying to work through all my messages, trying to make sure I'm getting in touch with all my customers. It's taking so long. I mean, I literally had like, I don't even know, 600 messages that I've been trying to get through. And I was so looking forward to a relaxing weekend because my team and I have been on fire for weeks. And I was like, we've worked so hard. I'm going to reward myself and have a relaxing weekend. And then I got a text message from a customer, and it was, love you. She was like, I'm having a hard time ordering. And it said Modere had closed. And I'm like, oh, hackers. All right, let me contact corporate and I'll get you an answer. And it wasn't hackers. I found out that my company closed through a text message from a customer.
That's seriously so messed up. That's the second person we've heard of now who said that they had to find out their company shut down because a customer was having trouble placing orders on the website. What a gut punch. What a slap in the face.
Very emotional. It's really hard. And I'm trying, like, I love you guys. Like, I love to be able to help you with your health journeys. I love it. And so, you know, you get my emails, you get my texts. Sorry, I'm just doing it. I was going to put makeup on and get dressed, but I'm like, it doesn't even matter because I'm going to be teary-eyed throughout the day anyway. But I wanted to give you a video. I wanted to give you information. So I am not going to stop health and wellness. Health and wellness to help people feel their best and take charge of their lives and improve their energy and improve their mood and improve their physique and improve their blood, you know, their blood testing to have good results. That's something that, aside from my family, my children, my husband, that is so important to me. Like, I love to help people turn their lives around. A friend of mine actually, I met him last June at an invite-only leadership event with Modere. I flew out to Salt Lake City. I took a train down to Provo, and I watched him speak on stage. I thought he was fabulous. Another woman, I saw her speak on stage. I loved her. That was in June. In July, they left the company. And I was like, what are you doing? And I made friends with him. And so I messaged him, like, what are you guys doing? And I was going over to Make Wellness. Justin Prince was like the founder of the product side of Modere. He's got a huge vision for helping people, similar to me, helping people feel their best. It's like a passion of his. And he wanted to introduce peptide technology into Modere. They didn't agree, so Justin started his own company, and some of my friends went over there. So I've been watching their journey, obviously supporting them. I love the career that I'm in. I love network marketing. I love social selling, and I will support anybody who does it. And I don't care what company they're partnered with. You know, I love it. And so I was supporting and I was watching in stories, and I was like, God, that really is cool technology. And I've been looking at it. I haven't tried it because I love Modere products. But I partnered up with them. So we're going to be doing the peptide thing, and you might not know about peptides. It's fairly new technology as far as trends go. Like, you remember collagen came out as super trendy, like 4 or 5 years ago, it was like the thing. Well, now it's coming to be peptides.
That is so wild to see the progression of this video. She starts the video all teary-eyed, talking about how sad it is that Modere's closing, and then she just launches into this story about how her friends left Modere to go to Make Wellness, and then she flips a switch. She's like, oh yeah, collagen, that is so the trend of yesterday. Okay, we're moving on to peptides now. Collagen is so April 11th, 2025. Okay, it's April 12th now. We're moving on to peptides. Get with the program. She literally said, I partnered up with them, Make Wellness, and we're gonna be doing the peptide thing. We're gonna be doing the peptide thing. I was doing the collagen thing for a while, and that was hot at the time, but now it's peptides. Okay, now we're doing the peptide thing. Ugh! This is what I mean about the lack of credibility. How can you believe the recommendations about peptides if you're so willing to jump from one diet fad to another literally overnight? And watch this next segment. This is crazy. She is so programmed to be a network marketer that she is already launching into a Make Wellness pitch in this video about how sad she is that Modere is closing.
These are the types of products they have, which is for everything that we've been working on. I mean, the peptides can help tighten your skin. They stimulate your cells to change, to improve, to make you healthier. There's other ingredients as well that work together to help you feel your best, but the peptide technology is so amazing. Like, if you take it and it's like, okay, the liver isn't detoxifying the way it should, we're going to tell the liver it needs to do this, and it does. And so the difference with peptides and the supplements that we have been using, is more like nutrients and minerals and such that kind of fill the gaps and get our body properly functioning. The peptide technology, and so when you use Modere products, oftentimes it takes, and I've told you guys this, 30 to 90 days to feel or notice a difference. With peptide technology, it's quite immediate. Like, if you work out, we have something called, well, there's two things, lean and fit. And when you take them together, it's like, and I've been watching the reviews. If you want in the Facebook group with the testimonies, let me know and I'll make sure that you're in there. But people are like day 2 and I'm already increasing my reps. I'm already increasing my weight. I was looking at pictures of biceps after 4 weeks that have grown like, and I don't know if you follow this. So my son is he wants to be a bodybuilder. He lifts weights. He loves lifting weights. He's lost over 100 pounds. He was very unhealthy and now he's just turned his life around. He's going to be 17 this year. He's amazing. He inspires me. But he's been talking about peptide use because a lot of bodybuilders inject it. And obviously I'm not having my child inject anything, but it's just not a habit to start into because that can lead to other things. But these are ingestibles. So you drink them, you swallow them. There's drinks, there's capsules, there's all kinds of things. I think there's capsules. That's what it looks like. I haven't even got my bundle yet, but I am sold.
Oh my God. And I quote, I haven't even gotten my bundle yet, but I am sold. You've got to be kidding me. Is this a joke? Is it a joke? It's kind of disturbing to witness this, actually. It's so disingenuous, and it's times like these that expose how little the products have to do with any of this. It's not about the products because if it was, you wouldn't agree to sell something that you've never even tried. It feels fraudulent to me, honestly. So Make Wellness is one company that's really going hard to secure Modere people. Here's another company.
I just want to say my heart goes out to all of you Modere business women, men. I truly am praying for you. I cannot imagine how you are feeling right now. And the way that they went about it, like, I don't have any words. Sometimes God moves in our life for a reason. He sees things that we cannot see, and we have to stand on that. I know a lot of you are probably literally grieving right now, and the time may not be now or it may not be ever. But if you are ever looking for another opportunity, a new home, please send me a message.
It's never just kindness out of your own heart. No, it's always self-serving, okay? They've always got that ulterior motive. Oh, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. My heart goes out to you. But also, the real reason I'm making this video or sending you this message is because there's something in it for me. Let me know if you're interested. I'd love to recruit you into my company, Unicity. Unicity is another MLM that also sells health and wellness supplements. Surprise, surprise. And they seem to be another company that is actively trying to poach Modere reps. Here's a video I found from another Unicity rep.
Let's talk about Modere's sudden closure, right? Pulling the rug out from underneath employees, customers, and distributors alike. If that happened to you, I'm here to tell you, your wellness journey, your health journey doesn't end here. Modere's shutdown left customers, employees, and distributors in quite a lurch. And who knows why this happened? Financial struggles, regulatory issues, market shifts, tariffs, who knows? If you're a past distributor, you're a customer, I have something for you to hear. The opportunity I have for you will provide you with health, wealth, a new community with a company that is debt-free, science-driven, and has a mission to help people heal. The products are clean, they're third-party tested, we're helping to change lives and give people back their freedom and less dependence on those shiny things and all of the M&Ms. If you bought a ticket to the Modere convention and now you can't go, you can swap that ticket for Unicity's global convention happening in Florida in November.
What?
We have an incredible, phenomenal, really exciting lineup that you won't want to miss out on. Connect with our community, reignite your passion. If you're interested in working with us, continuing your health and wellness journey with a company that you can rely on, slide into my DMs and shoot me a message. Don't let Modere's end stop you. This is a new chance for you to have a new home and continue on with what you were already doing.
I'm floored by this. I've never seen anything like this. Unicity appears to be running a program where Modere reps can swap their convention ticket so they can come to Unicity's event instead. I've been making anti-mlm content for nearly 4 years now. I have never seen anything like this before. They're dangling a convention ticket, like, come over here to Unicity. That is so wild. Modere was supposed to have a convention in Orlando, Florida this September, and the tickets were $89. But obviously, company's gone, convention's not happening, so she's saying that rather than just being out the $89, you can swap your ticket and come to Unicity's convention instead, also in Orlando, Florida in November. Come join us, come listen, come see what we have to offer, like what do you have to lose kind of thing. Truly one of the most bizarre strategies I've ever seen regarding incentivizing people to come to different companies after one company goes under. But Unicity has nothing on this next company when it comes to luring in Modere reps. Let me take you down a little rabbit hole, I promise it ties back in. There's a woman named Asma Ishaq who was the CEO of Modere from January 2017 until June of 2024, at which point she left Modere and then she hopped over to become the CEO of a different MLM company called Amare, and she's still there today. I have a few videos on my channel about Amare that I can link below for you, but they're also known as the mental wellness company, and the product that you see promoted the most from this company is called Happy Juice. All kinds of ethical issues, in my opinion, regarding selling pills and powders that claim to address a whole host of mental disorders, anxiety, depression, ADHD. Have no fear, just pay a lot of money for these pills and you'll be cured. Of course, it's not the company themselves that are making these claims. They cannot legally do that, but absolutely, you will see people on social media, the reps for this company, the independently contracted salespeople of this company, making all kinds of insane, unfounded claims about what these products can do. Amare doesn't just focus on physical health, like weight loss or energy or better sleep. They do focus on those things, but more so, they really lean into the mental health side of things. They sell a product called Happy Juice, okay? It's never sat right with me. But anyway, the key piece in this story is Asma, the CEO who went from Modere over to Amare last summer. And another key piece to this story is that Amare does not sell a collagen supplement. Well, I was poking around on TikTok and I found this video of an Amare rep filming herself taking an Amare product, but the text on the screen says the collagen everyone's obsessed with is coming back, but just not where you think, with 2 winky face emojis. And I'm like, okay, interesting. That's weird because Amare doesn't sell collagen. I went searching for the terms Amare and Modere on TikTok and this is what I found.
I have some top secret information and I'm so excited to share it. So if you have ever heard of Liquid BioCell, you may have heard it around the street, but a couple companies out there are saying that they're going to be getting the Liquid BioCell. But I'm here to tell you, straight from the horse's mouth, our CEO of Amare, we are getting Liquid BioCell, which is the amazing, world-renowned liquid collagen that has seriously transformed people's skin, their hair, their nails, their faces, everything. We're getting the Liquid BioCell and we're also getting the trim.
This is still not making sense to me though, because how can one MLM company steal a different MLM company's best-selling product just days after they shut down? How does that even work? How is that legal? But she mentions that this news is coming from their CEO of Amare, Asma Ishaq, and that is corroborated in this video I found too.
I was not expecting this, and I wasn't even going to post about this, but I just wanted to come on here because I think I'm going to be the answer to many people's prayers. I cannot imagine personally the products that changed my life over the last 6 years having to go without them. And I know there's a lot of people at Modere who are very upset because, you know, their business was shut down overnight. Not only the business builders, but also the customers who loved this product. It was like known as one of the best-selling liquid BioCell collagens on the market. And, you know, what I am really excited to share with you and why I decided to make this post is that I believe it's divine timing. I am honored to tell you, as one of the founding independent business partners of Amare Global, that most popular product, the Liquid BioCell, we should be able to deliver that to you in the coming, you know, over, I'm not sure exactly on the time, but Asma Ishaq, who was, you know, owns a lot of the patents on that product. She is now CEO here at Amare Global. So if you are wanting to make sure that you can still get that Liquid BioCell collagen, then drop VIP down in the comments. Let's connect. If you're looking to, you know, partner up with another company, and I understand how hurtful it was. Like I said, I was not even going to post about this, but just so you know, one of your favorite, most popular selling products, it's going to be here, and I'd be honored to chat with you.
This is somebody who's well established in Amare, and she's like, hey, I'm here to tell you that the best-selling product at Modere is now going to be available in my company. Shoot me a message. It's not gone forever. You don't have to worry about never being able to take it again. You can get it from us, which is obviously like the most compelling incentive ever to join Amare, right? You're already taking and loving this product. You've already got customers buying this product. You already know how to pitch and sell it. Modere itself might be gone, but you can kind of continue business as usual if you just come over here to Amare. This is another very unique, kind of unheard of facet of this whole situation. I've never seen anything like this happen before in the MLM space. And she claimed in this video that Asma owns the patent to the liquid biocell collagen product, and so I did my own digging on that. I found this article about Asma that details that she co-founded a company called Jisuru International in 2009, and this sold a line of patented liquid biocell products. And then in 2017, Jisuru was acquired by Modere, and shortly after that acquisition, Asma became Modere's CEO. That's the story of how Asma, along with the biocell patents, made their way to Modere. So Modere doesn't own the patents to this product, Asma does. Or does she? I searched for her name and the words biocell patents, which brought me to this website called biocelltechnology.com, and the president of Biocell Technology is listed as Suhail Ishaq, and it says that Suhail is an anti-aging pioneer and leading innovator with several patents surrounding hydrolyzed collagen type 2. Obviously, the president of the company Biocell Technology shares the same last name with Asma, so I went digging to learn how they're related. And what I found was a post on Suhail's LinkedIn page from 4 years ago on International Women's Day, where he posts, "Women make great leaders. A prime example is my dear sister, Asma Ishaq, who is featured in the current issue of Women Leadership magazine for her involvement with Modere at the time." So does Asma own the patent to liquid biocell collagen, or does her brother? It kind of sounds like her brother owns it, but we don't know for sure. Point being, it appears that the patent for the collagen products is within the Ishaq family, which then makes sense how Asma is able to bring Modere's beloved collagen product over to her new company Amare so seamlessly. And in my eyes, that's like the biggest incentive to get Modere reps to join Amare, is it not? I mean, they're gonna become the new home to the collagen after all. If you really love the collagen this much and it's a life-changing product and you can't live without it, then stand on business, join Amare, okay? You really have no other choice. And if you make a different choice, then it really has me questioning your integrity and if you really cared about the product at all in the first place. Unicity and other MLMs are really gonna try their best to capitalize on Modere's downfall, but I really think most of them will either go to Amare if they're gonna follow the collagen, or they're gonna go to Make Wellness to follow Justin Prince. Both companies have former Modere leadership at the top of them, and they both sell health and wellness supplements. So it's really just a matter of if you wanna keep clinging to your collagen, or if you wanna ditch that health fad and move on to something new like peptides and join Make Wellness. But no matter where they go, they're still losing because they still joined another MLM company. They haven't learned their lesson, and I fear that something very similar is going to happen to them down the road in their new company, whatever company that may be. Because as I kind of said at the top of this video, I feel like it's only a matter of time. In a weird way, I'm sort of becoming desensitized to these new announcements of like companies shutting down or restructuring or whatever, because like what other option do they really have? It's not that surprising. I have a strong feeling we're going to continue to receive news like this coming from more and more and more MLM companies down the line, and you bet I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna cover it as it unfolds. And in saying that, that's everything I have for you for today's video. Again, I apologize that this isn't really breaking news anymore. This definitely happened a few weeks ago, but I went on vacation and then I got sick for 2 weeks. So it's all good. We're doing the best we can. I'm glad I was able to get this video out eventually. Better late than never. Thanks for your patience on that. And I'm sorry if this is repeat information, but I do think it's really, really important in this critical time we're in to keep applying the pressure. The cracks are showing, the anti-MLM efforts are working, and as long as MLMs are going down, I'll be here to cover it. That's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, your theories, your ideas about why Modere may have closed and what you think is gonna happen next. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.